Hi, guys, and welcome back to Heart Through Humility. My name is Audra, and I'm here with, of course, my lovely husband,
What's up, beautiful?
Stefan. So, if y'all watched last week's, today's episode is going to be pretty interesting, I feel. It's full-time employee, part-time spouse. Are you ready for that one?
That one I'm not ready for. That one is a big one I struggle with, so
Yeah.
we'll see.
I can't say the same.
Why is that?
So, no, guys, I can't say the same. So, I don't work no more. It's been 3 months
Roughly,
being
yeah.
a stay-at-home mom, which I love it. But going into this podcast, what I mean by full-time employee, part-time spouse, I mean, like, you give all your energy, your effort, your time, everything towards work. Like, you wake up first thing in the morning, energized, get your cup of coffee, go to work, ready to start your day. And then throughout from 8 to 5, let's say 8 to 5, you come home. When you walk through that door, are you still emotionally connected to your job, or are you
Decompressed.
Yes, coming home, like, you have to think about these things, because I know when I was working, I would come home and I was exhausted. Sometimes I would come home angry and I would take it out on my kids or my husband, and it wasn't fair to them. I don't think it's fair.
No.
That can have a big impact on intimacy issues. Just your connection with your spouse. Every time you see each other, you just want to argue because you're so mad or frustrated, exhausted over work. And then you come home and it's like, I don't want to deal with you too.
Right.
So you're taking all that built up anger, energy, stress, exhaustion. I don't know if I said that right. You're taking all that, You're taking all that out on your spouse and your kids, your family. That's not something you want to do. How would you say that affects you today, now that you're in the experience?
Yeah, like I said, it's something I struggle with pretty bad, I do let work affect me quite a bit. And I know you've seen it, the kids see it.
Yeah.
It's hard to wind down after a busy day, stressful day. It has taken effect on you and I, our marriage, and even our daughters.
It kind of puts a big old gap between us. Like, I don't want to say the wrong thing to irritate you more. Or if I feel that vibe from you, like coming home, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to back off, because he looks, just your facial expressions, I'm like, he looks mad or irritated. I'll come around in a few hours, minutes, and say, hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
And go from there. But I kind of like to give you your space sometimes.
Well, I think that's good too, to try and decompress 15 minutes, 30 minutes. And that is hard to do with the girls, especially our youngest one. She sees me get home, she wants to play games or
Barbies.
Play around or something. And there's times where I get home and I just want to sit down and relax, wind down for a minute, and it is tough. Like I said, it's something I struggle with every day, and something I'm willing to work on and get better at, but it's not easy.
Right.
Not easy at all.
It really isn't, because, like you said, you do want to come home and relax, decompose.
Right. Decompress.
Yeah, decompress. I cannot talk today. Decompress. Sorry, y'all, again. Decompress. You come home, that's what you want to do. You don't want to be bothered, just for not saying you don't want to be bothered the rest of the day. You just, for that one moment, split second, you just want to be like, okay,
just want to wind down.
Take a breather. And I know some people, they like to do it on their drive home, wind down, but it's hard because you're focused on the traffic. You have to keep your eyes open everywhere, so you're not really decompressing yourself, or say.
Right.
But it is hard. And like I said, I don't work no more. But when I was working, I would come home and it would be terrible, because you got to think about it. You come home, you have to, as mothers, fathers too, anybody that with kids, you come home from work, you have to pick your kids up, feed them, shower them, get all your stuff ready for the next day. Homework, clean up the kitchen after dinner. It gets exhausting. So it's like your job is never done till you're in that bed. And even when you're in that bed and you think you're done for the day, you're not, because your mind is so focused on, oh, okay, planning for tomorrow, planning ahead. What do you have to worry about tomorrow? What you have to look at, or even the drama that happened that day. You're like stressed over that, and you're not really resting. You're not. There's a sign, and I see it all the time. Give it to God and go to sleep. I try to live by that every once in a while, but it's hard sometimes because you're so focused on the world instead of like yourself and be like, okay, let's rest.
Yeah.
Just take a breather.
Yeah.
So with that being said, guys, I do have a question. Are we giving our employer the best and our spouse what's left of us? Like, you ever think about that? I know you and I, we had a little disagreement. I brought that up. Like, I get your leftovers. Remember, like 2 weeks back?
Unfortunately,
Just throwing him under the bus again, y'all. Sorry.
I mean,
sorry.
in all honesty, I would agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say that, but it's something I've got to deal with, or at least work through, and it is hard. You strive to be a good employee, maybe the best at what you do when it comes to your job, and you get home, you're so worn out, tired, exhausted, and you do get the bits and pieces, so to say. So yeah, it's not good to think about. Now that I sit and think about it, it is unfortunate.
Yeah.
So
we have a verse. I'm gonna read my Bible. Y'all can get y'all's Bible or just read it later. It's up to y'all. So the verse that I had for this episode was Colossians chapter 3, verse 23 through 25. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. It is the Lord Christ you are serving. Anyone who does wrong will be repaid for their wrongs, and there is no favoritism.
So that goes to speaking on not to serve man to an extent.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it's hard to do. Obviously, you got to provide for your family, make wages, and in doing so, you're putting all your energy into your job or man, and it's not where it should be.
Exactly.
As hard as it can be. Paul tells us to work wholeheartedly, but that doesn't mean neglecting the first ministry God has given to us, which is what? Our family.
Our family.
So how do you avoid that? How do you avoid serving man and still making time for your family or your spouse? That's kind of hard to do.
It is hard, but sometimes, and I'm speaking for myself, that being busy badge, people wear it as a badge of honor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, but you need to remember God is not only looking at you for your productivity, but he's also looking at how you steward the relationships that he's given to us.
Right.
So I know when I was working and I realized what I was doing when I was coming home so angry, exhausted, I just wanted to lay down half the time. I remember there was times I would come home like, hey, you got the kids, I'm going to go to bed. But you got to remember, that's when when I told myself, okay, everything at work, leave it at work. When you come home, your family don't deserve what's left of me.
Right.
They deserve this hyper, bubbly, energetic person that you are at work. You're ready to get the job done, ready to get a promotion, get a raise. You're so focused on impressing the man or
the job. Right.
Sorry, the job. You're so focused on that. Then when you come home, you don't think about, oh, I need to impress my family. I need to. That's not how it should be.
Well, it becomes a routine.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And that's something that you need to take into consideration. Like, it's not fair in my family. It's not fair that they're getting scraps of me, leftovers of me.
Mm-hmm.
Because in reality, God gave our family to us. Like,
Right.
He blessed us with that. That is our blessing from Him.
Right.
And that's something that we need to, that's our covenant that we need to protect, spend our time with. Give all that energy that you do when you wake up, from the time you wake up to the time you get home, it should be the same energy. Yeah, I know you're going to be exhausted, overwhelmed, angry sometimes, but you can't bring that home with you, because what is it doing? It's only putting intimacy. I cannot talk today. Intimacy issues, like where you don't want to bother your spouse. You don't want to, because your spouse looks so angry. You're just so used to them coming home and yelling at you. You don't want to make it worse, so you avoid talking to them. That's when the distance, that little gap that started out like this, you continue to come home and bring all the stress from work and outside this house. Once you come to our door, you keep bringing it home. That gap is only going to get bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's only going to cause arguments between you and your spouse. Your kids are going to see that, and they're not going to want nothing to do with it. They're like, no, you're mad all the time. Why are you mad all the time? Like, you don't want that. And I know it's hard to try to control it while you're working, but that's when you just pray about it. Like, God, help me in this area. Like, what can I do? And it's not like you're going to get that first response, like snap of a finger. You're not going to get God's like, hey, do this. No, it's not going to be like that. You have to put in that work to gain that bigger, the light at the end of the tunnel. In my opinion, I'm speaking for myself, but I hope this encourages anybody or somebody, like if you realize, hey, that's what I'm doing. Okay, let's work on it. It's not going to change if you don't work on it. You don't realize, hey, you're doing this. Let's try something different.
Right.
Turn over that leaf.
So, with that being said, marriage should be our first priority, right? Going back to everything you just said.
Yes.
Instead of impressing
the
man or the job, focus on your family. Because at the end of the day, a job can replace you in a heartbeat. Depending on what you do, I'm sure there's people lined up willing to take your job in a heartbeat. In my opinion, these companies look at you just as a number. You are easily replaceable. Your family, they are not. So that's something, again, I've struggled with for years. Something I need to work on, get better at. It's still a progress. Like you said, you pray about it. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in an instant. It's a process, a journey.
It really is.
So to speak. With that being said, one thing that I'd like to mention was your presence is more valuable than presents, gifts.
Like gifts, yes.
Right. In Ecclesiastes 4:9-10, it reads, let me see, 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their toil. For if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. So with that being said, having your spouse pick you up when you are down is probably one of the best feelings, right?
Oh, yeah.
You're not doing these things on your own. Again, going back to the job, you're not necessarily, well, I guess you are pleasing them, but it's obviously not your spouse. It's not something that's going to help you in the long run.
Right.
Coming home to your spouse, that's all we've got. Again, the presence is going to be more than gifts or presents, right?
Yeah.
So and when it comes to presents in you're simple. You don't ask for too much. And flowers here and there, but jewelry, stuff like that, I don't know. You tend to not care about those types of things, which makes me happy.
So he thinks.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
So my question to you, or even the viewers, would my spouse rather have another paycheck or another evening with me? Something to think about.
I would prefer an evening with you.
Right.
I know, and I know I try to ask for those, and it's hard sometimes with kids. I get that. But that's when you have to like, okay, no, we're gonna make this happen. Don't
What's
make
that?
excuses. Make that time with your spouse. Make it happen. All these excuses, oh, we don't have a babysitter or whatever.
You're referring to a date?
A date.
No, okay.
Take your kids with you. I think that'd be cool. I mean, I've seen couples do that. Yeah, it's hard because it's hard to get a date night. So when you have kids, take them with you. Have your kids sit on one side of the table and you can sit next to your spouse. If y'all want to go back to the old days, sitting next to each other. I mean, I like to sit next to you. I mean, that's just me.
Well, yeah, but a proper date night should just be you and your spouse.
It should. Then we make it happen. There should be no excuse. If it's something that you and I are both wanting and needing, and you can feel that like just within your relationship, make it happen. Yeah. And that's something that we communicate about, and we are like, okay, we will find a sitter. We try the grandparents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, whatever, we will make it happen. Yeah. Now that we have an oldest, I mean, she's not old enough to stay home, but it's getting there. We can make it happen.
A couple more years.
Yeah. That's when you make it happen. Don't make excuses like, oh, we don't have a sitter, or I don't have enough money. You don't need money to have a date night, honestly. Just go sit Walmart parking lot.
Go to the park.
Go to the park. Take a walk or a stroll around the park, even a stroll around the block.
Yeah.
Just you two. Like I said, with kids, if you have to take your kids, take them to the park. Let them play while you sit with your spouse.
We've done that a few times.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? You get to know your spouse more. You get to discuss how they're feeling, how their day was going. Mm-hmm. You get a closer connection with your spouse. I mean, why not do that?
You take the kids to the park. They wind down or ready for bed.
I know you come
ready
home.
Ready for bed, yeah.
I want to go to bed. Okay, let's go.
Yeah. And you had your so-called date or just time together. Mm-hmm. No interruptions.
So I wrote down a challenge.
Okay.
For you, you're also included in this challenge. Oh. And all you viewers. So my challenge is for 30 minutes, anytime this week or just today, tomorrow, if you're working today or tomorrow, whatever, anytime this week, cut 30 minutes as soon as you get home before you walk through that door. You'd be like, okay, I'm done with work. Work's at work. You come through that door, give your spouse at least 30 minutes of your uninterrupted time. Turn off your cell phone. Put the phone down. All notifications off. 30 minutes of uninterrupted communication. Know your spouse. By that time, you could be like, hey, are you hungry? Within that 30 minutes, you'd be like, hey, you hungry? Not even realizing, be like, hey, let's go get dinner. You're on a date. I mean, just for 30 minutes, and see how far that gets you. You can do it once a week, twice a week. Just to slowly, you can if you're up for it. Go ahead and jump in, be like, you know what? The rest of the day, I'm yours. If you're ready to do that, do it. If it goes past 30 minutes, good for you guys. Like, that's awesome. That's what you want. You want to have that connection with your spouse. Just 30 minutes is what I'm telling you to start out with. But if it goes past those 30 minutes, cool. Like, congratulations. You're wanting to work on your relationship, your marriage, everything. Like, that's awesome. And I encourage you guys to do that. Like, anybody that comes home, before they get home, please just, before you walk that door, God, whatever was done at work, I pray that it stays at work. I pray that you come with me through these doors. Good spirits. Happy spirits. Like, you're excited to see your spouse, Like, give your spouse that vibe. Because when you give your spouse that vibe, your spouse will be like, oh my gosh, my spouse missed me. Or my spouse actually loves me, Like, you want to have that feeling, because then that's when you come connected. Like, that's y'all's little covenant that was given to each other.
Yeah.
By God. So, do that. That's your challenge this week. Just 30 minutes. Just out of your day, even a simple text. Perfect. But yeah, that was my challenge to you guys. Just watch how your marriage can change. Like, you could start a date and not, or end up on a, hey, you hungry, turn it into a date. And that would be cool. And let me know if y'all do that. I'd be excited to hear that. So what else?
So
What you got?
I would like to talk about the kids.
Yes.
As far as what kind of what they're watching in your marriage. You got to remember, your kids are always watching. You know, your kids learn about marriage from watching yours, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess we have got to set the example on what they should see in a marriage, or what a marriage should look like. Are we showing love, patience, forgiveness, and even teamwork?
Yeah.
You know, I would probably say 80% of the time we do show those things, but there's that other percent that, you know, it can be hard. It can be difficult to, well, maybe for me, express my love, my feelings. You know, I tend to be quiet a lot more than you are. So that is something I find difficult. But at the end of the day, you got to always remember that kids are watching. And even if they're not watching, they may be in the next room listening.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I think we had mentioned that on the last podcast. If, you know, you guys are arguing, just be careful of your surroundings, because they are listening, and their minds are like sponges.
Oh, yeah.
Soaking everything up.
For sure.
And just keep that in mind. You know.
Yeah, because you don't want, especially if you have daughters or boys, you don't want them like, oh, well, my dad treated my mom this way, or my mom treated my dad this way, so that's what I'm going to do. You don't want them to get used to that. Or even taking all that, like, you don't want your daughter, like, I'm saying this because I have daughters. I don't want my daughters, I try to be a role model to them, like what they should expect, what they deserve. Now, granted, when they get older, they're going to do what they want. I can't control. Once they're moved up and out of this house, and I mean, hey, I'm going to always have their bag, but they're going to do what they want. But you want them to be like, you know what? My mom and dad had this type of relationship. They were a team. I want that. I'm going to expect that. So they know what to look for. They know what to expect going into a relationship, and then going into a marriage after that, what to look for. Now, granted, it ain't always going to come out like that. We got to go through trial and tribulations all the time. But at the end of the day, as long as we keep our faith and know that God's in control and he's going to take care of it, all we got to do is have that faith, and hey, it'll be all right.
Well, I think setting that example, that groundwork, again, they know what to look for. They know, or maybe not know what they want, but at least have an idea of what they want.
Right.
You know, if we can set the prime example, then they should know what to expect when it comes to that marriage, or even a boyfriend, which I'm not trying to think of that, but
I know. It's getting up there. You better think about it long and hard.
anyways.
So God should always be at the center. A marriage built only on schedules, bills, responsibilities, it won't thrive. So you got to change all that. Your focus. Are you going to focus on worldly or godly?
You should be focused on God, but it is hard.
It is hard.
When you got the world surrounding you.
But when you have that willpower, like, you know what? No, not today, Satan. Not today. You'll be all right.
Yeah, I would agree.
That is me.
That's your happy-go-lucky spirit.
It is. That's just me, guys. You just got to remember to make time for reading scripture together, praying together, attending church together, serving together.
Right.
Like, that is, when we serve together, like, I think that's so cool. Like, I'm smile from ear to ear because I'm like, dang, look at my husband. Then my girls, when my girls are with us and we're serving, that is like, that's awesome. Like, I love that because they know what a thriving marriage should be about.
Yeah, as far as serving, we've done a few picnic in the parks with the local church, and the oldest daughter came up to me the other day and she's like, this is awesome. I get to see what we can do to help others out. And to hear that from a 13-year-old,
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Most 13-year-olds are worried about cell phones or boys or girls, and for her to mention that was pretty eye-opening for me.
Oh, yeah.
So that goes to show us serving could very well be setting the good example,
And not only that, our little one, she looks up to the oldest.
True.
Everything the oldest does, my youngest, she is like, I'm going to do what she's doing.
Yeah.
Like, that's just how it's always been. And I just feel like her seeing our oldest seeing us, it's like a, what's it called? Domino effect. Yeah. Yes. The oldest sees us. The youngest sees the oldest.
Right.
And then we're all together.
Right.
Doing God's work, That's just something you want. And we're not saying that, we're perfect. Like we're far from it.
Not at all.
We just have a different mindset now. Back then, this was not us ever.
It was more worried about us.
We were about our kids. And ourselves.
Yeah, and kids.
Like that was it.
Yeah.
But like our last episode, once we got back together, a whole lot of things changed. Just going to all these sermons and marriage classes that we did. They helped out so much, and I'm so grateful for everybody that put them on, and it's been a good thing for us. And it opened a lot of doors for us, and it's nice to see that we've come to where we are now from where we were.
Right.
Now our focus is right. Now we realize, hey, why didn't we do this sooner? But we were young. We didn't care.
Yeah, I would agree.
We're focused on the world.
Yes. And
young, dumb, and broke. We're still broke, but just kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So, it has been a very big eye-opener. Mm-hmm. Like you said, we weren't focused on the right things, and we are focused on the things we need to be focused on now. Again, doesn't mean that we're perfect, because we are far from perfect. But every day is a work in progress.
We're learning.
Still, every day. And that's what makes it enjoyable.
Yes.
That's what makes it worth the adventure. So it's been very, very good.
It really has. So next week, guys, it's going to be another interesting one. Social media in a marriage. Sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah, that one.
We'll see where it takes us.
Maybe a hot topic.
But guys, like, do that challenge. 30 minutes a day. Text your wife. You text your wife, your husband. Like, hey, I'm on my way home. I'll see you in a minute.
Have dinner ready.
No, not have dinner. This guy. He's a character. No, but seriously, like, hey, I'm on my way home. I'll see you in a minute. Leave it at that. Come home. On your way home, I know it's going to be hard to focus because you're watching out for the drivers and anybody. So you're not going to be focused, but try your hardest. Like, you know what? My spouse deserves the best of me. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give them the best of me. When you come through that door, everything else is off your shoulders. That is not yours to carry into it's like your covenant. Your house is your covenant with your family. You don't carry it in there because all that negative energy is only going to make the energy in that household bad. So when you come through that door, leave it outside. Thank God you got home safe. Yeah. Go to your spouse. Put your phone, to even tell your spouse, hey, where's your phone? Let me have it. Put it up. Leave it alone. You can go to your bedroom, come to the living room, wherever, and just sit for them 30 minutes and, hey, how are you doing? How you been lately? There's something I don't know you want to tell me? Like, just communicate. Like, that's all it takes. These little things can go so far, starting with a little 30 minutes. Like I said, if it goes further than 30 minutes, cool, good job. Like, that's awesome. By the time you know, I'd be like, hey, you want to grab dinner? Let's go get dinner. You want to take the kids to the park? Let's go to the park. Bike riding? We bike ride. Mm-hmm. Like, I love doing that.
Maybe not right now. It's
No,
over 100 degrees
it's hot,
outside.
you guys, so it's been hot.
Yeah.
But yeah, just 30 minutes. Start off with 30. If it goes past that, cool. Good job. And if y'all do it, comment. Like, I want to hear somebody that's done it and what it has done for your marriage. And like I said, it's not going to be something snap up a finger, hey, we're a perfect marriage now.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. Nobody has a perfect marriage. But like I said, just try it. See how it goes. Like I said, just surprise your spouse. Like, hey, he's never used to do this before. Why is, oh my goodness, like, it would, that smile on once you see that smile on your face, your spouse's face, it's like, okay, my spouse likes this. I'm going to continue to give her or him the best of me. They deserve that. Don't bring homework with you. Leave your phone down and see where it goes from there. Like, it could change a lot within a few days, weeks, months. You never know. But one thing you need to remember, God is looking at you guys to see how you steward what he has given to us. And you don't want to mess that up. I'm afraid of God. I know I'm afraid of God. And I'm not trying to make him mad. But you guys try it and see how it goes. See if it helps your marriage. Because I bet it will.
I would agree.
Do you have anything else you want to add on?
Not necessarily. But I know just as well as anyone else knows, it can be hard to wind down after a busy or stressful day at work. And like you said, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be at the drop of a dime. It's going to take time. But I think if you can push through it and give it your all, I think it can make changes.
Again.
You know, I still struggle with that to this day. You know, I tend to
You're working on it, though, because you...
Yeah. I tend to have busy days quite often and long hours, so it is a work in progress. You know, just take it day by day. But I have noticed, you know, when I do it, I do see the smile on you, or you know, thanks for asking, you know, those types of things. So again, not gonna happen overnight. Try to push through it and pray about it.
Yes.
That's all I can say.
Yes. Always pray. Just pray to say, hey, God, what's up? Even if it's that's cool. He knows.
Yeah.
But all right, guys. So, like I said, next week, social media and a marriage. We'll see how that goes. Thanks again for joining me on Heart Through Humility. Hope to see you guys next week. Bye.